Hello! For my final project, I chose to create a study essentials pack that includes resources a student might use most often with what I learned of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, and Bootstrap. My goal was to incorporate things I learned already in addition to new things I was learning to make the site even more interactive. I started building this project around a theme over a topic because I wasn't sure of what I wanted to build then. I wanted a fun neon theme on a black background. This worked out well because most of my classmates like using dark mode when they study. I made 6 pages and linked them together like what I did in assignments 1. For the home page, I added handwriting font from Google to make the site look less structured overall. This font plus the header font is consistent across all the pages. I also learned how to add a typewriting animation using JavaScript and CSS. On the calculator page, I used the basic calculator that I made earlier in the course and edited the borders to make it fit into the theme. I also made the text box bigger so it would be easier to be seen. Under the timer page, I added a clock so that students can monitor their time. I also added a timer on the page from a source code that I found online. I made the timer slide toggle because it's distracting to see the timer with the clock. And when the timer runs out, you'll get a notification alerting done like this. At first, I planned on using JavaScript, the JavaScript jukebox lessons that we did before to create this page, but I realized that most people study for a long time. Just adding a couple of songs won't justify the purpose of this page. I ended up embedding some Spotify playlists and a YouTube video so users don't have to search further for a good playlist. This was the first time I embedded something on a page other than in WordPress. I also used Bootstrap to organize the Spotify playlists. The break fun page is dedicated to all things students do during the break, which in this day and age is probably to check Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or TikTok. I added the links to all of these, and I also added a link to a practice typing website for those who want to increase their words per minute. I hid them in a toggle button to make this page less crowded and to keep it from distracting students. Since this is a dangerous place for students to be, I added a beware text and used CSS to make it shake when you hover over it. Lastly, at the very last minute, I decided to add a links page for easy access to resources that are probably most used. I based this off of what I use most often in school, like how is shown here. And this is to make it easier for students to navigate to certain websites. And that's it! Overall, this project was fun to build because it's something that could be built upon and become useful to students.